So, there is one more Lucy photo card that I need to complete my entire collection. But to keep up the suspense, I'm going to unbox the Snooze album last. The whole reason for starting this batch were these Blackpink holo PCs that came with their Christmas set. They didn't fit into my last Proxy box as I'd already hit the maximum value that Nokia allows you to change, and adding more items would have cost custom charges, so they stayed at the warehouse, lonely and rotting away until I came across this Kill This Love set. I'll be completely honest with you, the only reason why I bought this set in the first place was because of the photo card, which, if you keep on watching, well, let's just say it will be up for trade sooner rather than later. What I didn't remember though was that it also came with the K-Time for You pre-order benefits, which I really wanted because they're gorgeous. So that was a nice surprise.
I think it's time to blow this scene. Get everybody in the stuff together. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam.
In my cream Proxy haul, you already saw these playing cards show up, and as I mentioned then, I had rebought them but this time in a complete set. So face cards, non-face cards and group cards. There were 3D album cards that I just couldn't get a hold of. Either they were above the price range that I'm willing to pay, or the seller only had one of them when I was looking to purchase them in bulk to save on shipping. I ended up finding them on Mercari in some nice sets for good prices, and with that completing my The Album photo card collection. Jumping into something other than Blackpink for a little bit, I have these signed B.I.G photo cards, some more well preserved than others. I'm going to give a little backstory here, so strap in. I found one of the members, B.I.G, through the survival program Superband. It's genuinely a really good program with some amazingly talented people all forming different band setups and competing against one another with either rearranged song covers or original songs. Lucy was formed through this program, just like a lot of other bands I now love and adore. But okay, enough about me raving about Superband, back to B.I.G. Basically, B.I.G ended up in the top 4 with Monet, and once I binged my way through the entire show, twice, I checked out all the stuff participants had taken part in before Superband. This is how I ended up finding out about B.I.G. Binged my way through their music, 123 is a real banger, and naturally decided to try and find some of B.I.G's old PCs. Through Mercari, I found one seller that was getting rid of these 3 signed sets. 2 of them are from the Taola album, and one of them is from a show that they did in Japan, if I'm correct. Besides these listings, I found another one selling more of B.I.G's Taola cards, and quickly jumped on that as well. I think there were 5 cards in total per member in this album, so that would mean that I'm only missing 1. After my little Boys in Groove detour, I went on the hunt for the Cowboy Bebop OST, and ended up finding the CD at a pretty decent price. Unfortunately, it is a present for somebody else, so I'm not going to unseal it no matter how much I want to. I would have really liked to keep the CD myself, so If you see it pop up in a future haul again, let's just both pretend we don't know who it's for. Jumping back into our regularly scheduled Blackpink program, this is probably the most exciting purchase of the entire haul, besides the Lucy Snooze album of course. It's the 2020 summer kit. Never in my life did I think I would be able to find this complete, and especially not at the price I got it at. But the seller was clearing out all their Blackpink kits, and luckily I was able to snag this one before it got sold like all the others.
손을 맞잡았을 때 Come into the light 모든 게 시작됐어 Feel like I'm in love 자꾸만 내게 이끌려 어제는 꿈에 그대가 나왔죠 꽃을 꺾어다 당신께 주었죠 나의 마음 너에게로 전해주고파 너의 맘을 알고 싶어 다 Love me through the night 손을 맞잡았을 때 Drive me to the light 모든 게 시작됐어 Feel like I'm in love 자꾸만 내게
Remember earlier in the video when I mentioned that my Rosie Kill This Love PC would be up for trade sooner rather than later? Well, that's because I found her entire set for a really nice price, and instead of scrolling past, I immediately went to purchase it. The last thing I got before requesting forwarding is another Rosie set. I got the last square up cards of her that I needed and 2 cards from their Japanese releases. I have to admit I have not officially started with their Japanese photo card chat, but seeing as my Korean album cards are close to being complete, it won't be long before I do, and this seems like a nice starting point. Now, this. Remember, we are hoping for Wonsang's outdoor version. Blue sky, staring off into the distance like his lover is off to war. This is the card we need. And then the moment we, or at least I, have all been waiting for. What is my Lucy Snooze ball?
Love me through the night 손을 맞잡았을 때 the night.